So, story time. I went to the Museum of Shadows here in Omaha. If you don't know what it is, there's a location also in Pensacola, Florida. Um, it is a museum of haunted objects. A lot of dolls, a lot of dolls, a lot of dolls that people have donated because they don't know what it is attached to them and they're just scared. Um, and there's occult and satanic objects. Um, and the building itself has haunting attachments. It was really interesting. As soon as I walked in the building, it was like hitting a wall of energy for me. Because if you don't know, I am an empath. I don't like putting a label on it because everybody wants to be like, no, you don't feel any of this stuff. I've had other people who consider themselves mediums call me a medium because not not only am I clairsentient, which is feeling people's emotions and their energy, I have claircognizance. I have clairolfiance, which is smell. I have clairaudience, which is hear. And sometimes I'm clairvoyant. Sometimes I see. I mean, for crying out loud, last week I was seeing my dog that passed away in April that we put to sleep. Um, anyways, towards the end of the night, I was down in the occult section. They have holy water for you to put on yourself before you go in and come out. I brought my own EMF reader so I wouldn't have to rent any equipment, and no one else was getting hits on their EMF. And the manager, who's also clairvoyant as AF, I'm telling you, he was like, no one else is getting hits in here but you are. He goes, that's amazing. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. And I hold a whole conversation in my head with a doll that has an inhuman entity attached to it. But there was another doll, a clown, that was in like a cage like enclosure on the floor next to it. But this other doll was more on a elevated. I don't want to put it say like it was up on a pedestal. It was more centered for everybody to pay more attention to it. Has been visiting me in my dreams since. And I went Saturday. It's now Monday. Saturday night came to me just as itself, its vessel, with glowing eyes. And that was it. It was just like centered, glowing eyes. Woke me up. I'm like, I think it was trying to scare me. You can't scare me. I live with a lot of haunted vessels. I see spirits walk through my house all the time. I hear knocks. I hear voices. You know, it's like, it was getting my attention. Like, it wants it doesn't want to be on the floor anymore. It wants to be more centralized. It wants to be, or centralized. It wants to be where the visitors are going to pay more attention to it, where they don't have to get down on their knees to read its card, you know? Last night, because I haven't messaged the museum. I don't have bad dreams. I'm a very vivid dreamer. I dream about pulling out balloon ribbon out of my throat. But when I'm trying to pull this balloon ribbon out of my throat, it's like the gag reflex, but you're trying to swallow it back down. And I felt it. Luckily, I know how to wake myself from dreams like that. Instantly thought of this vessel. What is your throat associated with? Your throat chakra, your voice. I'm holding back from reaching out to this museum and telling them, hey, this vessel wants more attention. It wants to be more centralized. It wants to be easier seen by the visitors. It wants its story known. It wants to be like, hey, hello, I'm here too. I'm just as badass as this other darker entity. So I sent a long message through their social media on Instagram. Hopefully they get back to me. If they don't, I will be physically calling and talking to their manager, who I got to know pretty well because we connected. In fact, he kept coming back to Stan to talk to me because he's insensitive like me. Oh, I'll definitely be going back. So if you haven't visited, I suggest you do. Yeah. Plus, I want to bring Ada a bullet light to play with and see if I can teach her to use her cat balls that she has. I did get one of the other spirits in there to use the REM pod the manager put in front of her. It's pretty awesome.